Abusuafo na juada July bosome de toso aduno ennan ba bia wo bia no ya mo adwo amoakwa bebraso so mamuni amawdo bi so nsam a ya kekese ne anwumre ye ba na ye de ba besom nsam no doso na poso enie abusuase anamo kasei ma Miss Cecilia brother pa na oyesofo a osho my Ghana ya woni die hu nsensam me sanitation minister special prosecutor hwe amama me no ya che no emu nsam te sei ye be ko ne akwa kodi hu nkomo ani da kwan so odom for ya domo a e kina so for esikasam no ntoto so ye raka no furiata e be komra speje fiem na the media budget review akwa koto Ghana ma de hye nim na ye be ko ne ade anim difo binom akwa kodi nkomo akwa ko bisa wunum se edien e na Ghana for ye nhwe emfa emfri eye soafo a o esikasam no ntoto ho NPP amanyoko no susu ya hoboa akwa koto ba e wo mpasua ene eye no mo eyo pani obehim franka ede ama party no na omoden sisia ba betu dwakwan a ombefa so akwa akoto aba no ene se nyu mbesi aye no afa na ngina pipi amanyokunde krata ba bonte echechim se no mbesi ede dwuma na fa mampani na joma mene waka NDC amanyokon penimfo ho ema oma Ghana ya mampani a wanya ne bebe ko Professor John Evans atamil se no nyam nyina eye se ene and fear duba copepa bamawu and in senyu eto no so abza for when you for floppy and yakekesi and yani sekasia baby wubiano and you may ye bani dia babesumo yeri asida ma universal natural clinic or seven kanjo say see dompa oh don't penny say bo sa frechie sa to dia for home universal natural clinic say for hodjuma ebeda wunum stroke no so dia ya obia universal natural clinic ye hodjuma dia ma and asiatic asoso no wo hwe to ase and a church was anwa ningina universal natural clinic ye ho adwuma ye watonsu esli ye bebon sum honum ne hia ene so do ani bekire honum ne ahwe ne atoto domperi nyina ede ama wo mizo ne 5G so na nwumre ye de ebo e kase ne so mizo medical catcher say ye ma wudo benum ye obako a eno no eyanka nko a ye obako a ye mango nko a ye obako so ye abroben nko a ene ye obako a yaka fruit ne nyina bom edepa na so asichire ne ayemo bia empeni kokora merewa onya bia ebo pa ena 5G no so de ma energy sronko ama adwuma wo ye bia no watima ye no waye ne ye na wagegete ede agubotomu pebi atu atone a na ade wani a che Sompa FM ye premises wo so ame ase na ye de ho enkomo ena 3A Herbal Center ede 3A co capsules abedwa so a koko no bebi bia fifiri wo bia onya 3A co capsules na no mo a ebehia se koko ntida bia wo sisi ya oya koko nti uyamu atim koko ntida bia no wani so eye utumu a abusia 3A co capsules so ene ye kamfo de amamo Free Drugs Authority mpanimfo agye atum anu nti enye na ewo dwaso mo na ebo echidom ebo adonti ama ye vemu a ba bia wo bia anwumre yetimi abane aba besomo mede ede na ya obo amale bia boga ye kam se ye kasie every Sompa 93.1 FM so ewo Kumasi abonten so no ebebo mfumpa na twa pesa dada no ho akwakofa Sompa 98.9 FM so ewo bono ene na half mantem no mo bono ene half mantem no mo Sompa 98.9 FM so wo bono east mantem no mo a say ye Techima say ye Nkransa say ye Kintampo aha Sompa 90.7 FM Sompa 90.7 FM and say Uhe TV so aha Sompa TV enti kase ye de bay etwagu radio so no na esa so etwagu our television so de here and so betwa ben TV na wascan ye na de ato Sompa TV ensem ye de bagina ehomfoni ene ehwa dance ye nyina no ye de tato e de amamo abuso ye nya brother fensam no yenkomu ankasa enfam medine nsesan na ya bo amale bia boga yenkonsem mo emfa emamo
Sompa
abuso for ya shaka sera se de free man Miss Cecilia brother pa eye kaneso afo a no show my Ghana ya hone die ho nsensem me sanitation minister ne house girl si wo ma ensensem a agye mpeteko ne nsrepe e wo mayima ba bia befa bia eno na amanfo etutu na sre ene abasa no na si ene mo kase opani on hwe o my Ghana si kakra bia batan Bank of Ghana so Dr. Ernest Addison wakasa e dia fo ho se e hadwene se ene ni bia bay nipa binom etiminya kukudro esisa sika edikogu omo dem edikogu omo fie sense omo edebe ko sika krabia hodo ede akwa akotro no etimia boa emoma ye sika sem etutu anamo akonanim ningina ma me Cecilia brother pa wotabiri sika ekogu ne fie be $1 million num 300,000 euro chese sika ndi okeka ne ma nkwala ne fa ye de sie ne a na keka ko be $2.5 million na nkwada no woma atam de kono na sa samu na ba bia befa bia Ghana ma de sia da na prawanam a ye we ne dwe eno na Dr. Ernest atokwa mena adesene a wada Ghana ye sika krabia batan Bank of Ghana no akasa dia fa ho eno wo chese ehadwene se enani bia bei setelia amanfo se sika edikogu omo fie edikogu omo dem edikogu omo bedrooms ne omo wardrobe wa bra ewo so de ko sika krabia hodo no no mo edikokoto toto no mo we mra na Bank of Ghana mpenimfo edi dwumade kese bi omatodin se monetary policy committee omo nhyiamu a na etoso baako wo ha ene dumiensa ena na wono mo no kasa ye edefa ma be Cecilia Abnada Pane ne house girls omo ensensemu a na bia fe no na Ghana for ye de hun komo no.
I know the first question that you asked, yes, we are all worried, but really, I mean, this is a matter that is still unfolding and involving the court, so there's not much that one can say. On your question of the collaboration between the bank and Yoko and the Cyber Security Authority, yes, I mean, based upon the intelligence that we had, a lot of people were arrested, so over 400 people, in rooms, doing online lending without license. These guys are not licensed to be engaging in those kinds of activities. So they were arrested, they have been processed to court, and I think that we will continue to remain vigilant to ensure that these kinds of illegal operations do not persist.
I was your phone to where penny quanche for do my Ghana Yesika Krabia Bata Bank of Ghana no Dr. Ernest Atokwa Menadesena yetene kaningina ne Bank of Ghana penny for monetary policy meeting ya womo no this answer me tuja say antizi in the house helps in a dear ya mianum ye sadia we dear bia aha won mo pa no mo jide wa rehemu sempeni for eduomani bedi actually na mfifimu ene hwehwemu asafata bia no etimi akoso emasempo or samra and obidia and ran away no aquacude and what your my Ghana inflation once and some or penny Ernest Addison eka say edifa.
Globally, all central banks are tightening, and the source of the problem is also coming from energy and food prices. So all central banks are tightening, and all central banks are facing supply-side shocks from food and energy prices, and they are focused on the secondary effects or the second-round effects of these types of shock. Broadly, most of them are complying. I mean, you heard about the unfortunate event that took place a few weeks ago, and we immediately ask them to comply and not wait for July 1st to comply. The lady who talked about the July 1st deadline, we immediately asked the banks to comply earlier. It was 2 weeks or so to the end of June. You'll see that the external debt component in CD terms tended to increase significantly. Domestic debt only increased by about 11 billion cedis or so. So most of that, called a spike in public debt, was due to the exchange rate movement, especially in January. As I read the press release, we noticed that there was a significant exchange rate adjustment in January. That is what impacted on the dollar value, the cedi value of the external debt.
I was for way opening power door my Ghana Yesika Krabia Time Bank of Ghana and no Dr. Ernest Addison yetene nkano we monetary policy meeting koso na other sansemi etuja ningina ejino my Ghana Yesika sam ne ntutie ho na okasa edefa ma Cecilia Abnada Pa kane sanitation minister on the house girls no monsensem no a ejem patakune nsrepe ewo omayimu no na busia for awia ya na Sompa FM nsem chefo penspedu katarem nantie ye kokote ye se antisisi ma Cecilia Abnada Pa ya eja watabiri sika kogu ni fia ne house helps asesa ede ejanie no special prosecutor amaye achima menwa abusuafo se ne mo kase nhwehwemu ahodo ekoso enti se wo kai ho ewo eye TV ne so a we eye special prosecutor wonuma atena ya ewo eye enkrapompene mantamu emra ma me Cecilia brother pa ene safi na no mode na kohonom ana safi na no mu firi honom akwa na afi na wo mo efiri honom akoni fie enti so obehwa aposifo ka ho na asogafo kakra esoso eka ho ani nyina eye team a wo mo asoma mo so mo nkofa ma me Cecilia brother pa na mfifi mu enkoso na yankwa ma no so ye ne opani eye Richard Kumado enkonkodi nkomo oyobi a wabene ewo eye bambo ho nsensemo yenkobisa se efi na anu fiada edebesi enne ma me Cecilia brother pa na semi obebua ne senie opani Richard Kumado otemenka enwure ye mo adwo emo akwaba
Bina mejeso
medisa ho ye
Kumado
Kumado okay eti enye Kumado
no Kumado
Matthias Kumado yes Mr. Kumado mame aya Cecilia brother pa na semi from Friday edeba edebesi ene Monday a area yete say special prosecutor at dispatch team mo konfie omo kwa search omo kwa arrest no na efifimu akoso no discussions akoso we can we wo obi a wabene wo bambo mu obeka ne say
me da say mpacho feedback wo background say ebi mo kasa wa studio enti e ba me phone so
okay me pacho you mate
okay usha de nyama miensa first one is promoting cashless society digitization government says Ghana so this gum say public education ma obia fanisika ko bank until no senior officer of the state say minister of state nwanwa kakra say otimiki peace as Ghana woni fie which is against the cashless society na promoting. Number 2, we share your money laundering act now. Adebaku your friend no source of funding. And the Odisika banker banks never be first question say what is the source of funding? We nema senior level personality say mami abina and I say I hand individuals on pharmaceutical and coffee and Tinanya say such money is in his house. The danger therefore is a creative vulnerabilities manu say I'm Robert Timmy Koviano. The same issue of robbery, any stealing, any fraud, anything I see obia fanisika bank. We are a say all other government appointees and as parliamentarians best true since anopa the bria bisa personal security advice is yan share na omanya tax e wo mo fie any mo car ni offices o mo ye adwuma enti na nya me nwanwa say special prosecutor or one of the investigative bodies in Ghana are calling for search in her house and arrest but any special prosecutor kwa and can by this time they said the Financial Intelligence Center creating our Bank of Ghana purposely for money laundering and financial crimes over the issue. Now, the property fraud and answer financial crime or police and so by taking interest. Then above all, you could organized crime on by taking interest in this particular case. Why? Because establishing the source of fund and now say what is the nature of Yamami Abina apart from politics and these are the various issues involved in this particular issue.
Obiso Sobaka say onye ordinary Ghanaian bia or ye minister or no any sanitation so at least also onya security won fie any impu or ko baby kranwa or say onya bambo enti say etimi kose ne fie house helps etimi ra ko no bedroom efa say sika we no say ne e beka ne say even ye ministers no omo protection kra no kwan bi so no enkoye no ana
definitely but usha from security intelligence and I say investigators no yetimi ka on authority says sika ni ni bedroom papa ni hun lady no won the bedroom maybe an okobia jewelry but we share the quantum of $1 million in cash the quantum of 300,000 euros or pounds in cash, plus some other Ghana cedis, no, it will not be in her bedroom where she has been sleeping. And say, yes, a bedroom, and it could be any of the houses, any of the rooms in her house. But, and it's a stress and the neighbors, and also no, it has been a problem of vulnerability she has created. But not my same way that. My name is Maka will feed away. So say in Ghana, we don't have any institution, and as a private individual who appoints, selects, and assigns security protocols to your VIPs, any your VVIPs, you know. And see, you take office of the president in particular. Now you have a lot of family members there. And you have a lot more of political party activity gurus there, and few of security protocol officers. Most of our VIPs and VVIPs, they are always vulnerable to any level of attack. I'm hoping, sir, we pay a wake-up call to the state. Say, about briefly the security around your ministers and parliamentarians and top-level politicians in general. Other than that, the levels of threat no facing in terms of security no are very high.
So can say and now special prosecutor at this party security officials ma one more air conifie no ni neighbors or no more tie ewo ebia sa empotem hono no ebi kro mo ne to but no mo nim say minister na eto no ne ya security for be ko honom na ase movement here and there enko hadwene ne privacy ne bambo kra so mu free hono mo kwa hadwene.
And definitely, government appointee and as a public officer there, only privacy there, except when you are in your bedroom. But then, creating some level of vulnerability, manu, and the vulnerability around the neighbors. And he own say, okay, when I $1 million. Another time, I'm Roberts to me, Baba check, he says, can I do a and those are some of the things. Meaning, it raises another level of concern. Say, Omo ye form as house helps, no why na background checks, and these are the level of vulnerabilities. Anytime I say it, it's like I wanted to cry. When you near politicians, they are not so resourceful, and their levels of vulnerabilities near too high.
Yes,
we're one of the critical examples of many of these things are can they be going to something drastic like this happening to them.
Now, yes, you will crown one here, Mammy Cecilia Branda Parkra, na to outside Ghana. Sebia otukwa kwa monone otukwa efri o mayimono ebe de nyina eyesa niamo kan se money laundering sem ya ababe bata no biso abrofo de esesa niamo wo mu mfa ni agrokra nti wan we ya ebe hadwene that bi opeso otukwan ekwa abruchira sa nete.
Definitely enyo no kwa ni family any close associate. As a result, Ghana as a whole, one say na say Chebia na mo blacklist here because of money laundering. And ye boy oma this are no mo lifty abstract ban no the gray area. Omo kita diplomatic passports. Omo ye politicians in this government. Omo ye ministers. It will affect a whole lot of them. Now enyo no kwani families and any close associates, the in-laws and even to the 8th layer. Yeah, credibility test and I say integrity backgrounds are affected to the next layer and I said to the 8th layer in that regard. And they've taken it so seriously. And some of the things in the bloom, but issues of money laundering are very serious. Young woman say, Auntie Abina Obia Shani say she's a model for young women in politics. At their way, because ye won ni fear. But when him Seba arrest her. It's not giddy say the 32 military and as a police no. There are levels of issues of dealing with personalities such as this. Mind you that I said we last year case now court. And it is the state that is prosecuting the thieves and not Mami Abina. And that is one level of understanding people must understand. Onusuko your mistake and say the money they are mentioning is not what it takes. No, it is the state that is prosecuting the case, and you know because you see the level of understanding of this case. It has moved from her onto the state.
Okay.
And the police is only prosecuting the case on behalf of the Attorney General.
Okay.
And that is another level of understanding we need to bring to the clarity of what is happening. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Where the media kwamu akono sa arrest we no say enim say bia security for e ba bechi obi a ye de handcuff guninsa na bia ya so ne pechi na bia ba kokora pori ni tiri ho ne ade no Mami Cecilia brother pa ni arrest we no ebe kosei isan say cheche mu kakra ebe kosei say the usual way na
it depends on the officers in charge. And I say instruction I the mom. But me all the days I've spent in the BNI, my experience over 28 years. No, as about personalities such as this, they be me show decorum.
Okay.
And I say highest level of maximum respect. Okay, and see, Mami, Pacho Jeffrey, the Bureau of National Investigation, we are investigating the case that happened in your house. Blah blah blah. Please. We are inviting you to come with us into our office.
Okay.
You can drive your own car or you come in our car.
Okay.
It's not directly necessary, say, with the handcuff unless under strange circumstances. And to succeed on not driving a car, then you can put her at the back and put an officer by her, and another officer will be in front of the car plus the driver.
Okay.
So if she's coming with us in our car, then you put her in one of the major cars, then or do what? Maybe I'll buy a cup of tea. Then the interviewing and the question, the BNI will always question you. Why is the police who interview you? So those are the differences. But we need to bring to the public, the fact that the special prosecutor has sent people to search her house and arrest her doesn't mean that the police will also not do the same thing, or the BNI will also not do the same thing, because FIC looks at it from money laundering. DOCO looks at it from economic crime area. Property fraud and financial crime from the police look at it from the criminal point. Then the BNI looks at it from the collusion and some other corruption and bribery aspect, because she's a senior officer of the state, and in her office in recent times, Wama contrast to some level of 43 million and some of those things. The why to be looking at corruption and bribery, which have become a key feature of political party funding about the national security risks and threat to the state in terms of sovereignty and whatever it is. So these are the complexities in this particular case involving our own mother, Auntie Abina.
Obani Adase, any school out there call and you may be any so besa bound.
Thank you.
I was for Penny Richard a year Kumado, Kumado, and a yetene cano. Or you'll be a wapeni ye pa. Ewo eye bambo hunsen semo ma Miss Cecilia abranda pa ya se muhe eye Sompa TV enyumre ya ohwe eye Land Cruiser wo matu edi free eye special prosecutor eye ne officer wo mo eko ma Miss Cecilia abranda pa ni fie ya eye security for national security ene apusi for ya soldier for eka ho a wo mo koma me ni fie akwa search ho nyina no mo afa no edi na ba special prosecutor na tena ye ho no mo ena abusia for cast no esanso sa na ye ne de akire ye be fra to bia no yemfa enkamemo ye nto akase no so na yemfa mo enko ensamfufrum ye de mo koma mpani da John Dramani Mahama ene NDC amanyuku no atena ye ene mfie makoma akuduba akopepepa uchiri ampo nyankrompon asaya de mohata mununkumachi otuturubo nso tonso bawia obotentimu a warija fadum ene mununkum jere matata wode ne nsanyunwunu koto ye mampani ya wanya ne baby ko Professor Johnny Evans Fifi atamerese ofare ne kwaja woto de bien wode ne nsanyunwunu ekoto to no so se wahye ne nso a ene ewiem aye kususa ada papa ne firim na no eye na ye banada se ya na se na ye wukuada na chese na ewiem ye se ya kususa na ye yawada on na ye yawada ewiem ye kususa ya zede ne ewiem aye kususa ne eye 11 years pepepa ye mampeni dada John Evans Atamels Yankopon ton sa de friend ntiene wo mo eboja awon krapompene mantemu a mampeni dada John Dramani Mama kokasa wase no se nyina yemfa papa no na brabo ene su ene ne ban enye futuo ma ye ho yehwese abraba ye bo nyina no ebese papa eye John Evans Fifi Atamels.
John Evans Atamels hit all of us like a bolt of lightning and filled us with grief and marked a great loss for our party, the NDC, and our nation, Ghana. 11 years on today, we gather to honor the memory of a man who deserves honor and praise, the man, President John Evans Atta Mills. Prof, as we all called him, was a distinguished man who served his country with utmost integrity and humility while building a better Ghana for all, not just a few. It was a dull, overcast day. The weather turned cold, almost like today. And it was as if nature itself was conscious of the passing of a great political icon. We still bear the deep scars of pain all these years and are unlikely ever to forget how we felt on that fateful 24th July 2012.
I was for way a man penny that John Dramani Mahaman Samuadi Tuja and ne. Insie makoma kuduba ko 11 years ene ena eye papa John Evans Fifi Atta Mills so twedi ampo nyankrompo etonsa e de frɛ no enti na asomdwe park na sa dwumadi we ekoso chochofo pani e de ma NDC amanyuku no opani Fifi kwete so e de we eto ensamtwefo anim.
He understood the power comes from above, and the religious man that he was, I think he always understood that the kingdom, power, and the glory comes from only one. He was simply a servant that was supposed to do the best he can, aware of his mortality, and I think he did so. And this party can only be grateful. And I think the greatest testament we as a party can give to the memory of this great servant leader is to have millions of us who rise to seek to emulate who he was. The breadth and depth of his knowledge, but much more than that, the expansiveness of his humanity, his humility, the love of nation, the love of people. And if this party can have millions of people who would epitomize that, this party will continue. This party will continue to be a shining light to the country. So on behalf of the NDC, on behalf of everybody in this party, we want to once more salute the memory of a great leader, a great servant, a great son of the land.
I was for way a church for penny de ma NDC amanyuku yera Fifi kwete and yetin and kanunina. Ekoso asumdwe park abonten so wabrenne no mo Abuja Eshefa de Akaigani mampeni a wanya ne baby ko Professor John Evans Fifi Atta Mills so for any kweja otode bien anana enempenifu etwehia na wo mo ekai no no abuzia safe no abeka ho aye ka mo say aha Sompa 93.1 FM Sompa 93.1 FM Kumase se o obno ene na hafu mantem ne mo a aha Sompa 98.9 FM Sompa 98.9 FM and I say oh bro is mantem no mo a se eyem kransa se etachima se ye kintampo aha Sompa 90.7 FM Sompa 90.7 FM se eye TV so a aha Sompa TV we nsamo a ekochiko breman ko bata ene yakekese ene abia wo bia no enwumre ye de esommo no ye nto akase no so ne mfom free papa Fifi Atta Mills ne nsam no ho na yemfomo enko ensam fufrum na atraya ehwe enkwada ema ene amansan ye yo ho nsensam de atugase mpempi no a enkwada ne nipa binum a nipa binum sesa wonum yesi adwuma bi apie ewo Kuwait abonten so ne asesa Ghana maye yasesa Ghana mrantie ne de onum akwa kosum ho no mo ebekwa ko wiase na yakayaka de ne atete ne atepe a ye de omo ekwa kofa mu no na enya asem ketwa na nso mama me Francisca ote mensa osofo abedi che ohwe ma enkwada ne amansan ye yo ho nsensam de atugase hey saa de na ekoso ni nyina agent for no a almost say amanfo do omu kogu Dubai edu omu kogu Kuwait edu omu eko Qatar ne ade a ye koteti wonum no sa de ni etiamra ya enche bia no aban eba betu so sa Mama Francisca Otemensa.
Trafficking is a organized crime. Involved. In fact, we are seeing now a crime, free drugs if you are. Human trafficking. Research I am until we use drugs if you want the next thing is very profitable. Human trafficking. Until we said we are involved we are rich people. We organize and sometimes when put your intelligence at work, even to some betting cry because of how organized they are. But young people I think so far it's in actually it's be a court. Your friend is sentences. It be 15 years near if you powers when you're foreign company now to make you believe say what we are which means we want for trafficking and that's why I am focused now and say sensitize when you want to travel get in touch with travel and taller or certified so we can identify them and bring them to you. Some of them are not registered. It's only moving in Kitahona, Sevilla, and also one other aspect.
I was for way a honorable Francisca Otemensa, where so far be the Chira, or so may a man quada, any a man san ye your Honson, some or South Raswig, and your one Raswig him, and my this year walk up East about on Persia, so Francisca Otemensa, and not yet ten and Canon Witchley, Oko Echo was Satanaya, or Penia, or no and a year traffic in Honson, some or her so, or Penny Ulatunde Jumedie, not on also so a wasie, not and someone also so at the source of Kakrani.
What we have to do collectively is to knuckle down, face the challenge, and get the job done. There's no human problem that can't be managed or solved outright. If the world succeeded at least in legally ending, in ending legal slavery, there's hardly any country in the world where you go now, at least very few, if at all, and you find slavery as a legal alternative. Okay, there was a time when slavery was the norm in the human race. It no longer is. It means something was done about it. We can do something about this too. What I recommend is that, of course, as our leaders in West Africa continue to work towards strengthening our economic profile, providing good governance, our job is to complement that with developing dedicated strategies to, as the 3 Ps say, or some say 4, but our job is to deploy dedicated strategies to prevent human trafficking by enlightening the public, by creating alternatives, by strengthening social protection for vulnerable families and individuals, to protect vulnerable persons and victims, okay? And we do that through a number of means. I won't go into the details here. And then also to prosecute the offenders. And to prosecute the offenders, we need to catch them first.
I was for way your penny Olatunde Olayemi Odwanichre Ekuwasatanaya, one or any penny pa. About trafficking, a Honsen Samo Heso, and an Ejumedia Kessia, gender ministry no a ye, or baby or no so edekakra, asoso no. Yet was on Tetia, about some performing some Jeff Opens, Meducata Remnantiaponoso, HS, and ne, Sebibia to Tomua, Yamano Mo teacher training colleges, a hodonwa, yet to Mamma or Maba Bontain, say a chef for no, Wama alla wanwa, na Kembe, Busumi Benum, any Insian, no, and Tetia about some performing some Jeff Openoso, HS. Ene sikano wamonsa ebeka ama etimi aboa mo madesua ahonsensem akonkan opani oda wonuma no se president eye Jeffat nana Kwame and the Sansame to Jamra, non ne Yanom Sompa, 90.7 FM for a dinkomo, a one cransa bontenso, and Oyane say on impeding for a dinkoma, Emma Entiasie, Aye Juma, one more any daquine, say a net dear, and then kuna ye, na the enchichinano, na almost 5 months, alawala one wakemuno, Nanina Eba, a momo aquaquayo mohonde.
Sikasa binding my allowance and Akuma was maybe numna Yense Nkambia na ye kasa no mu echi no yesa company for ne mu kudin komo kwese de nemasi de eko kakaka emse de bin de bia na young development kakaka ba bisi ene ya me no kasai na omo a omo chesika na nkasa me chere student loan trust fund for no aja tum se sika na be ka omo sa ene ni chene ya omo bitimi atua per month no e de amai o nyame adoma se maka na ene ni chene de kusi na otwi ene na otwi mun na e wo ni de nye de ya sa be kasa ne Masi Ashayambono. There's a saying that an angry man, a hungry man is an angry man. Something that I come to the company and the Bebecasa. And no sound home and the free my ends ready did your man boom, the Dene de Biano. The Nea Thermantabano, and ye complete there. Nasono, tell you, and tis a cry. Intino. Energism I befa hon kwada ban no ne wona stakeholders a wodi djuma hon nyina sese anye bia no bibi kakase atimi ade abaye nchi na yesere omo so se ya aka no ombo modin na nka manim ya enche omo yensa ntimi nka.
I was for a teacher trainees association of Ghana, ye money and Yanum Kumanwa, or more agent here, where you teacher training colleges are hold on and there, you're from colleges of education, no mababon since such a chef for no, or Malawanwa, na Kembe, Bosome, Ben Numunianwa, now Omobonwa, Emono, and to see about to happen so chess and penny for, and your Madin Coma, your Masomo say, and that day, and Conaria dear, like a Somusicano, to tum, Amomo Aquaquay, one more. Not yet was Walla was ya, and then a bit to ja, say National Service in Penny Fire, and she say, ye manua, or more eco cosumo, may National Service, no, or Malawanani, a dema woodum, Mampenin, and other Danko for them penny for, and no a dinkoma, ama woma agiatum, and must say Canenoa, no a momo 559 Ghana cedis, no, say woma pejum at the cost 715 Ghana cedis now, and I'm some National Union of Ghana students here, Trinity, I can say nooks and penning for, Esraman Penin and other Danko for ne, National Service Secretariat in penning for, say a Brano no, or more ambiances and two or more, say bien Nubia. National Service, or Malawala, one year betum, and Asa Fibiano, ye betum since ye began a tra, maybe a coben fienum, in Fiencia, in Fia du Wabra, yen fast and Puanas and Caprebi, and Conco to Sicano, so Bassa, na a Yakako Hajane, and I'm some opening pa, what that National Service Secretariat, no, you're our Sessibe entry, and it's some performance, some chef wedding como, at Chesaman Penin and other Danko Kufado, then ye a coon, Yenuanum Kumano Hopa, and it's a Brano no, and to be also the Guacum, among National Service no more yeno, or more how womo, no to me a sumo money yeno, or more a bayane dodo.
In the said the world has moved into the fourth state now. The first revolution to develop the world, we all know, said it was powered by steam. Then the second revolution to power the whole world was moved by electricity. The third one, we all know, was moved by industrialization. But the brave way it is being moved by ICT, robotism, and others. The normal way any normal national service and so the national service for in moving forward. A lot of them will not even need the support of the central government or will not even need the employment from other people, but they themselves can employ themselves. Normal Makumakun son justify why the central government will have to come back. This time no money no more defend it. Is over national service assure. We have made sure now we are making sure a lot of the graduates are outer. One, Omuni Nimdia Kese Power ICT Mono. We have a way of making sure that within that 1 year, they will be so strong in the ICT. If I understand what we university as a marketing student, marketing graduate, you are not strong in the area of ICT and nobody will employ you. For instance, into the area of agri. First, we put them anyhow, but now we put them strategically. That is the reason why National Service, even say piano graduate, school they are more than 4,000.
I was for way a penny quancher for our National Service Secretariat and no yera or say CB entry and not yet in Kaningina. A National Service if we wala wanwa sisim penny for a pejam a day every 559 Ghana CDC ya Quincy Guchri a day a cost 715 Ghana CDC ya 50 pesos a day and no and na okasa a day afa hono. I was yan to akasa so na yen former and concurrence bonten so sembeka shenen so na what you twa mu na wie ye memene demu hodom and yete se akromfa for premanfo bi akwa akoto ahye nipa binom so abobobobo mutu ama arehosem yenko yenuanom a womo ewo Sompa 90.7 FM ewo eyen kransa yenua apam dada ewo eyen kransa na asemi omo ena adi akire pa omo famu nchemu emaye apam dada sa otemenka somue na echechemu ewo eyen kransa yenua apam dada ewo eyen kransa na asemi omo ena adi akire pa omo famu nchemu emaye apam dada sa otemenka somue na echechemu
agentre ha ewo bebia
ewo eyen kransa yenua apam dada ewo eyen kransa na asemi omo ena adi akire pa omo famu nchemu emaye apam dada sa otemenka somue na echechemu
agentre ha ewo bebia
ewo eyen kransa yenua apam Oza fontina ye hwese yenua apam dada ye beko ne nchen ewo eye enkransa nenka wakyerɛkyerɛ ye ensem yi mu ne nyina eye abonefo sem we koso ewo eye kyese eye kwame danso na wono kyerɛ sɛ yɛsɛ eye shop bi a omo eton mobile phones ene hom pempena de ena akromfa remfa primanfo yi ebowura honom momfa sikamra momfa phone momfa we emre wiase na yeso omabobo bonipa ne mu bi ne mutu ama kwakọ ya rehosem abusia arehosem na esi ye no odansini a na ni tuem yesi efre na atapoku nya atapoku a we sports e wo Sompa haze we atapoku a owo kwame danso ya wo sene west abaton pesua so e wo buno esimantem no mo na abusia yenkoti atapoku odansini a asemisi ye no ho nchemu a wode emayen
for board of the guys no matter so but we are not board for the American like shop I put it in an army and a can man who yeah and now more mobile money shop on so I can put a can I'm on the and that kind of man bed and like I know money trade now more terms so na kokati and police once I come back so about the bank but now you tell you no more people but for your friend Adamu and mobile when you I don't say happy Baka, our engine shall boom kono and what one and I'm on here and run on before I'm ran on my man and or could do I tell more happen it's one and I'm on and then I issue happy and I police will say and about every child about kind of every check in Yamaka and I'm over I do believe that I'm afraid to police and that's so when you say at Rankin I took on as my into almost a woman now but I didn't I think now police on every so a patrol.
I was for way a dancing atapoku na oche nsemo de echenunti shop no entity a yetete ne say so yi say wo mo eto mobile phones and home pimpra wade eto nchene a ye say eye bia so a ene amanfo mobile money ni ade ade wo mo eye bi wo hono mo pa nti mo bowura hono no na nye phone nko na omo de omo ne kwakodi akire na sika no nyina na omo eni da kwan say wo mo ebenya pim de afri hono makọ ne ko wiase wo mo ebo nipa bi mutu e ho no mo eku omo ya no na enu akire ɛna ɔpani Charles Asamoah Mela oyobia wabene ewo bambo ho nsensem yene ne kokodi nkomo kobisa ne se ohwa saade we ye asie no a se mobile ayi momo shop anase mobile money wo mo shop yi ne agent foi amanfo to hye wo mo so si ya monitor a ye gi ne sika de akọ si ye mpra no a na ache sa akwa nsempi no saade we wo mayi nti ye tenatena ho amana akwa akwaje nsem na Openi Charles Asamoah Mela so e dia wo de to ye ne mu nie.
The year 2021, mobile money agency ya attack or more do musica bomutu no adoso. Say share 2021 baby to say Karoa, Eastern region, Masse Bantama, and some other towns where Wobuno and then a hapuno or more emphasize and nibipa. Now mobile money agency ne robbery attacks ya komutu. Ejina and Yemam, the Edipano say yenya incident say Yakwata Kubia. Dodo na ayana a organized crime. Organized crime no FM nipa nu nyense bi abomutimu po na omotu na mobi ekọ animu a na anamoto na omo etu no omo edikodi bone so hwe di sleep amedan so ene the other pastor court ya e syndicate empofo bi eno mutu sa na mo no na ansa no mutu sa na mo no na omo target nipa ampeso mo kwa no to shop ampeso mo ko ene baby ampeso mo ko nyina no omo ye study omo ye hwehwemu o se ebre we sika we se ye kwa ebenya na bible so se ye won mo no so mo hodo ntie kwa ibetimi enya se kwa bane so hade a omutimi akọ target no so enya de mo pese omutimi enya na ye wo bi wan so a no e disorganized incident and after and she say ya nipa no ntie dam bo na dwemo pese kworo ebe na emom no se nani bo mobile money agent so wo ho a e ho na wotimi nya imopo bi eto se na so e no ntie dam no so se say de organized crime na ye wu bi e wo kasoa na no ye san so ti bi e wo bantama last week and after so no last month pe san so ehu bi e okofodua no tanima wo nyina no e organized crime a e koso
I was on for your penny Charles Asamoah Mela ne yetene nka no yobi a wabene ye pa e wo bambo ho nsensem nana yene no edi nkomo ebusasa saade we ya ahyase enye ne o mobile money fui o mahuna mane pa ewo am robbers ne akromfo nsa no senye si pra ne ye pra no a ye body tuoku no ne asesa ne sika ne mobile phones nyina akọ na sa rehosemi akwakosi kwame danso abonten so ewo sene west abaton peso aso obuno isimantem ne mu a no pani no ye no edi nkomo de afutuo ema no abusiafo ye nyina we so na ye na ye ho na ye ntwesi kakra mara ye ba nsam ne pina ka kire abusiafo finance minister eco parliament na or the mid-year budget review abeto Ghana ma de hye enim ede ye ne ye hwe ne mu ye bedi hu nkomo MPP amanyoku abato ebaso omo de omo mra aba niema wasa wo ye ene ne ensesa wo ye abusiafo ye da ye ho abasisia
Hallelujah, God's wonderful people. Liberty Conference is here again. Omayini Awe Dubuache presents Liberty Conference 2023, July edition. Dab, let my light shine. Liberty Conference is a powerful move of God through his manservant Omayini Awe Dubuache, which is birthing them founding testimonies and changing lives to the glory of God. Liberty Conference is happening on Saturday, the 29th of July at exactly 8 a.m. Venue, Maranatha Evangelistic Ministries, Edum Harper Road. Come and listen to the anointed vessel of God, Omayini Awe Dubuache, as he ministers on the subject, Let My Light Shine. Ministering in song, Dinah Entry Hamilton, Kwame Jedu, and Efe Grace. Come with great expectation, for the Lord is our help. Liberty Conference, a place of unlimited possibilities.
I was your first summer, my quaba bio Sompa 93.1 FM, Yanumre, Nunsia Cassia Boswane, Sompa TV, Yanumre Cassia, so Yanto Asumamo, not Yanko Manoson, Yani Dr. Joseph Opay, and Ko and Kunkudin Como, 1 a penny quancher for the Ghana Union of Traders Association, a can say a guta and no. Na enkoma ye kwako die no so don for ya do mechna osofo we sika sem no ntutu so komra spege fiem e de ne akosi brone kan se media budget review no e beto Ghana ma de hye nim e de ne yenhwe anim e de na guta mpanim for hwe anim e de every finance minister hono do kote enka anwumre ye mo adwomo akwabo
mejo somira
na magima di se ho ye
yesu adomaya
ye de radia se na echna mo bibia mo de ato finance minister anim a mo atweniem se kina mo bete se waboso ya wode nhisi ato akwa mu ebe ya adwuma na
I study at the Biamoni Ekasa our radio so Yanemo Ekasano. Yet stress a cost of doing business across row Crumia, interest rate across row, duty a yetia, ye somewhere so, any vata yetia so Emma ye problems, ye drasso. Any utility bills are on also across row, Nanseno, effects of the exchange rate on also last quarter of 2022, no. You just trade now so bear 50%. And into your effects are now compare IMF and so conditions is now a tax say you diabet pay as well. Now the sun you may and a year here deeper ama your consumers no may GD so come on so no moso makwa hutrim motor ento and into sun you may problems na yede ato abanim na atwemu enfanimu a yewe say akwan a aban behwe so na wa masa yenya hometie kakra ewo eto a yetuemu na ebi a yetimi spread tax no kwabam na enipa bebre timi etua na yene a da bia yetua na yenso ye ho ahayen say aban be reduce no expenditure no so ama your space near so yetimi develop COVID levy ya kan wasem ye wontwe won se samra COVID econo sat etuono ene import special import levy no ni na ye be ye free nka aboayen ama yekomadwo eninti na enema ye wa twen mu de nka doso na emom enne no ya ne photosamfo eye owuran munyamfo kan oforata ene na pamfo ene ye stakeholders na ye kusiai Emma woni yedi nkomo na nkomo twetwe mu no ekoba se watie ye na ye input no na sa media review de akoye ne se supplementary budget bi eno ye mainstream budget na betumi akacha ye how die nyina na mom no woni ebesi nkonwa akopem November no a ye be ye the full budget no na one yansam a yedi amani na no wasone so na de beboa bia no wo de ahyesa budget no eninti ye wo hint say we ne de say enye bibia so a ekofa to ofoforo bia so abrɛ say dada no ane ho tete ho kakra and what the betuja until the year
yo any doc any me nya we na odom for ya dom etena no owie ni nyina wi a na ya saba se bia surprise bi bemu a na ya ba no aba bedi ho nkomo ye da se pa
okay me da wa se pa
yo for Dr. Joseph Obeng president of da guta ekuna no ni nyina odom for ya dom etena ni de dakwan so for hisika samno no ntoto so ye rakeno for ya takwa obeko eyemrase gefiem na ode ne yakosibro ne kana se medie budget review akoma sika no a wode koto mrase gefo nim no sesei okwa akokire wonum se bia sika no a omo edema no afeni ya pam se beso no se nso no nti omo enye kakra mfa meso no so no eno ho adwuma no wokwa akwa ne yesembo se yeni ebedi akire ye befra to bia ne yemfa enkamemo ya to aka se no so ye de makọ MPP amanyuko na tena ye ene da kwan se MPP amanyuko ni ba beto aba no mo mpanimfo a ebekuta frankam de amamanyuko no de o makọ 2024 elections no matimi akwa break 8 na wo so so a omo ebegina wo mpesua wodo so de ama MPP amanyuko na ni da kwan se party ne bekọ akoto aba no mo wo mo a ebegina de amamanyuko no na sabato no a eba so no mo ne tua se August bosumi a ye kwa akọrem no ne da etoso aduonu nsia 26 August no on be dika atobako a ara no mu du a akwakofa nkrata wo mo esre tua ni ne yesa yinfo no se wo mo mfatumi emma wurum no wo be kwa akosem amana kanum na afi enum no wo mo edo mo ama atua hene ene yesa yinfo no amom so so mato mo so abodon fo ya dom a eye November bosom ne da etoso enan enam so emene party no eden sese aba eniema awura no mu dui ombetima ye ene niema wo mo entimi enye enam so ema honorable Alexander Afenyoma Kensia wo yemra sebedwani wo mra sebedwe fiema desia wo futu abato mpesua so abusiafo nhese ya party no ede aba no wone nsɛmtwefo di ho nkomo kakra
Going to have engagement with the aspirants on Wednesday and follow it up with other matters in accordance with the guidelines for the elections. We've had a fruitful engagement today, and I'm sure we'll follow it up on Wednesday. No petition was submitted. We've not received any petition. That is news. You have a list of the party has given you a list, isn't it? So what is your problem? The party, was there an official statement from the party? Was there an official statement from the party? I'm asking you. You said it was an announcement at the National Council's meeting. Do you have an official statement from the party to that effect? Do you have it? The latest statement in time is what it is, okay? I am telling you that we do not have any petition. We haven't received any petition. We've had an engagement with representatives of aspirants. By the grace of God, the engagement ended successfully and fruitfully. We are going to have a meeting on Wednesday. To discuss the same issue that we are going to have a meeting on Wednesday. We are going to have a meeting on Wednesday. To discuss what if I may. We are going to have a meeting on Wednesday. When we're done with the meeting, I will brief you. Thank you. So far, so good. This is a family affair. This is a family affair. Everything is going well. We are so far happy with processes, and the guidelines have been laid out. And it's not going to be the first time MPP is going to have an internal contest. Ours is to have a vibrant one, an engaging one, and to ensure that internal democracy is upheld. I mean, it's as simple as that.
I was out for way I am Rasway or one Rasway Fima this year war a futu abaton persuaso a war in Finfin Montemo Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markens and Yeten Kano Committee and Penifona Atiano Sa Committee no Wumbi or more an ebehe I enter to ye ama party na kwa koto bawa when is here so when Nimbrana Eswono a searching ya was a ecoinano Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markens Seka Committee no and an Ochi in Semukakra a day echere no yen former engoso en free MPP ama you kunat na yen former enko klubi e friend say people so ye wo for no southwest abaton pesia so e wa santimantema say na abrante bi e friend say kwabena ye bo a wadi mfie be aduasa baako 31 years so no kra de wo ye watchman e wo people so kru no mu a e wo for no southwest abaton pesia so na ne girlfriend na your friend says Salamatu Mohammed and Abusia what body to a kuno ya man for dwene ho a one more NTSA adanse for na ho no mo kire say wo mo etisa kasa kakra aba brantie kwabna ebu ayi ene ne girlfriend Salamatu no entena no munim say ja wodo asem de wodo bro ehire so paso say de ya wo mbeko mo ntokwa awie na mo ato aso akwakodi wo mo edo na numu a eno mo hu say abrantie kwabna yebu no wamatu so ene jayo memamra munyin free nsam wane say ten watutu no ama Salamatu so no wabu atoho no mo a eja owo krade enkwenti menye omo yeso o maso na omo paya sabia bi di no akọ na chese owo edene esen na adansefo na ho no mabusia echecha asem no musei ede echire yempa
Ewura no Russia mo jere mo se ase mo jebu wo tungbanu to we say doctor is a police station yes do not me rush call ma unse o record me na e mo ko mo ta na e de bi ta na pa bu so mo be bi na bi ta from so mo ko se o mu ni ba no we he me bo a mo so da ho me so mo ngo he o mu ni ba no na ho ni ba ni de etu aye de kire so wo du wani hu mere mi baba hu se ntibe a chena mi hu so mo se woni remo mu ne ko bono
abuzafo nti we aye odansini ana owo ho no mu bie ana na ocheche nsem no mu ede kire ye no na ababa wa Salamatu Mohammed no a ne boyfriend kwabena ye bo a abonutuo ya ekum no no ne nua bema esoso ene yen edisa enkomo we
enla anopa ena site operator no ba fie minimini din dia no be ka che mini aba ne so mo nya de impie ti ma me ka se no wanko no so mo ko ha ya de aba no sesan no ofrumo o san no ofrumo na no ano no e be pemina o ma fie na case we de edisia no mo se security no se na plan no se o minim de sie etu no boy ne shara no 2 million aba ne 2 no okun no because etu won't me hwe form enko boni pachi MP na nimda kabe boni nan tetu na bona chi ama na chi nyina pie na nimdia na se boy no shara no yede o 2 million ne 2
I'm going to weigh a yard host somewhere SCA a war, Beposo ya war for no Southwest Abaton Pesua Santamantemo and na abaya na uwi and Nunia Bema na Ochechin Semo at the Echen Abusian for Yashamo Bossa Semi Yunia, Ebeneza, Usu and Sa, Otiankra, a different Potem Honum, and any dear tree, or don't for Yadomechano Pa, Yavia Prem Tobre, and your Numre Cassiamunano, Ebediachi Honomo, na Sa Branchen, so Manana Treno, so didn't want Kengra, na Yakwakudi, and common. Yeriasada. My Universal Natural Clinic or semen cancho say udumpino say busa freches at wafa o cradibia okunya accident what's ya shape ama dumpino bupain at wafa home pain stella otia wo dumpino mua or semen cancho say dumpe and in tini dear I was young for Wajuman Komobia and Monko Jusikeni for nature Universal Natural Clinic and Yanya Wajuma and fa Emma a banner so when I'm not tired merepa Sasa Bray, what the Nasa say and a man for Sasa Bro, JJJJJ, Siateka, Otoa Sintrino, and Mutachu Chon Sadwa, the Hana so do any better Universal, Natural Clinic and Yashadi Amawo. Yawa Atonsu Esli, Eu Kumase, Yabe, Ayabun Sumuhonum, and the Ning Common 0200158 272 0200158 5G enemies of drinking on noir. And I don't know me, baby. I will be an enumerate. It's me, Edecas, and Bromedica Catro, Semizuno, your Bakwa, a year, Ankankwa, your Bakososwa, a year Mangunkwa, your Bakososwa, and no, a year pineapple, so to say. Tis an Indian, your Bakososwa, a year fruit to a yakabum, a such a bianim, a year more beer. Ya wunumbia ebo pa and a 5G no so the amount energy ronko am what media ye dwuma bia bi upebie to atone and aso person you know 11 kra no a offer telephone number 0246 270221 0246 270221 ya yebejo so and a 3A Herbal Center and 3A cool capsules abega so koko die tatahwe 3A cool capsules friend doctor authority pen for giatum koko ntidabia osisi ya koko ntidabia wanisu ya utum koko ntidabia na dia oyemu atimu a abusua mesrewa for ni echre pharmacy shops and drugstores ahodo ben wo say ope 3A cool capsules so koko ntidabia onsa enam wasum koko ntidabia wode sa abuzia kopetri eco capsules na enunum ne bebo pa enya na pharmacy shops and drugstores ahodonom for 0546 107107 0546 107107 na enim for any ho enkomabuzia ye de kase ne AC ha sei ne sorry ama kofuri na pamfo asom no mo atoaso ye da mase ama monitie ene hwa enyado production team no kukua Veronica Jando akosua somua ya Grace nom ene boy chidom yesemo for penny ene kwaku asante yabua Benedict midin edi nana ya obo amale bia bogabuzia ye da mase ama monitie ne hwa